Hello friends, welcome back. In this tutorial we will study how the data is transferred between the central computer and the input output devices. There are three modes of data transfer. First is programmed input output, second is interrupt initiated input output, third is direct memory access. So first we will study about programmed input output. Programmed input output operations are the result of input output instructions which are written in computer program. And in this case each data transfer is initiated by an instruction which is written in program, and usually in this case the transfer is between peripheral and CPU register, and other instructions are needed to transfer data between memory and CPU register. So in this case, once the data transfer is initiated, the CPU has to constantly monitor the interface of peripheral. In this case, CPU has to constantly monitor the input output device whether it is ready for data transfer or not. So when CPU finds that device is ready for data transfer, input output device, it is ready for data transfer, CPU starts the data transfer. So this is an inefficient way of data transfer, because in this case, in this method, the CPU stays in a program loop until the input output unit indicates that it is ready for data transfer. This is time consuming. This is a time consuming process, since it keeps the processor busy unnecessarily. Now the second method is interrupt initiated input output method. This is not an inefficient way like programmed input output method, because in this case CPU doesn't need to monitor the interface unit of an input output device continuously. CPU does not need to monitor the device that whether it is ready for data transfer or not. Whenever the device is ready for data transfer, its interface will notify the CPU by generating the interrupt signal. So in this case what happens, whenever the device is ready for data transfer, it generates an interrupt request to the CPU. So whenever the CPU receives that interrupt request, it stops the task whatever it is processing, and it branches to a service routine program to process the required input output transfer, and it returns back to that program which it was originally performing. The third method is DMA, that is direct memory access. In this method, the data transfer is between interface of input output device and the memory unit through the memory bus. In a programmed input output method, the data transfer is between CPU and the peripherals. But in direct memory access, the interface transfers data into or out of the memory unit through the memory bus. Now the CPU initiates the transfer by supplying the interface with the starting address and the number of words needed to be transferred, and then proceeds to execute some other task. And when the transfer is made, the DMA requests memory cycles through the memory bus, and when the request is granted by the memory controller, the DMA transfers the direct data directly into memory.